There we go. Looks like it's working. It's a workaround, but still looks okay to me. There we go. Right, what's moving? Oxygen. Hey, Darren. It's Jerry Adams. Beg your pardon? How do I decide what stock is best for trading? Well, basically, my scanners give me an indication of what I should be looking at. So if you can see here that I've got Benzinga open, and this tells me at the moment Twitter's having a good day because Elon Musk has taken a stake in it. Spy Energy's having a good day. And yeah, so I use Benzinga to give me the stocks. And if I have a look at GGPI's just hit the scanners like this last second. Let's have a look at why that's the case. Hertz and Polestar announced global strategic partnership to accelerate electric vehicle adoption. Wow, that's a nice little catalyst. Hey, Cornflake, let me know if you like the new setup. Otherwise, I can go back to the old one. I was just trying to get things. I've been waiting for this RMTP stream from TikTok, but I've not been getting it. So I thought I'd try this instead. Let me know if it works for you. Hey Jimbo. Yeah, it was nice enough. Why is that not let me just see if right, okay, I need to change this. Right, okay, that should be right. Now you can see the action as it takes place. Okay, there we go. No, it's not. Maybe you should look at swing trading or options trading. You can get back over that 2,500 really quickly if you do that well enough. And just check that that's working now. Yeah, so you're getting it all. Right, okay, that's the setup. It looks to be like you've got the setup. You can see what I'm looking at now properly, which is half the. I can concentrate on trading without worrying about the chat now. Feels tense. Well, I'm not trading yet, so there's nothing trading. I've been trying to get the setup so that you guys can see what I'm trading on TikTok the same way that they can on Twitch and YouTube. So. No, absolutely. See, the thing is, you can have $1,000 in your account, and if you're expecting to make $1,000 a day, then you've got unrealistic expectations, Cornflake. If you've got $1,000 in your account and you're looking to make $20, $25 worth of profit a day, then that's more than acceptable. It's about what is it that you're looking to get out of it in the short term rather than the long term. In the short term, what you want to be getting out of it is becoming a profitable trader. And a profitable trader, it doesn't matter about the size of the profits. It's just consistent levels of profitability across any given week, month, and year. What trading platforms are best for beginners? Think or Swim is good for beginners. I would say I like Dash Trader. Sterling Trader is fine. I'm currently trialing T2000 as well. TC2000. That looks interesting. I like the charting on it, but I'm not quite up to speed with it yet. So if you're looking at day trade, it depends on what your objectives are as a trader. So if you're looking at swing trading, there's a lot of platforms out there. You can get some of the proprietary platforms like Trader Workstation from Interactive. They're good enough for swing trading. They're good enough for investing. They're good enough for. But if you're looking as an active day trader, you really want a platform that gives you direct market access. Well, I figured, yeah, absolutely, Alistair. I figured I'd give it the professional look. I figured, why not? I'll be professional today. You like the new setup? I'm just trying to show that similar, not quite, obviously you see more on YouTube and Twitch than you will on TikTok, but I'm trying to show a similar amount of stuff. So I'm showing the scanners, I'm showing the action, the chart that I'm working on at any given time, and what just happened to that one? Yeah, that was a good catalyst. It popped up, but then just folded to the view out. So we can look for a 5-minute setup there, maybe. Went from 1140s up to 1380s. Yeah, no. Pulling back there, 10% up. So that's not even, doesn't even meet the criteria. So we've got SPY and Twitter. Twitter's a bit more expensive. It's not out of the price range, but it is a bit more expensive. We're just shy of 60,000 buying power today, so just under $10,000 today, starting. See how we get on. Well, there's nothing else that you can see. If I move it back, I mean, I'm looking at the stream now. There's nothing else to see. So you'll just see the outside of the screen. That's all you'll see. Yes, the volatility scanner is built into it. I use two different things. So I'm using Benzinga. I'm using Benzinga for the scanners, and I use Daytrader for the actual trading and charting. I also use TradingView, but you want to see Mullen Motors? So Mullen Motors currently trading at 305. It's up on the day. We're currently looking about 6% up on the day, but it's low volume. So it might have a little bit of a rally depending on how GGPI, that catalyst from GGPI goes, because that might spark a bit of a rally in the EV sector again. So yeah, Mullins had a bit of a pop up about 6:30ish, 6:30, up to it went up to kind of 320s, and now it's a little over 305. It's back below the volume weighted average. So there's not a lot there for Mullen Motors in terms of a day trade, but in terms of a swing trade, because it's gapping up, it may continue. You know, whatever flavor you're having. For Daytrader, well, I use both interactive brokers. I have more accounts with interactive brokers than I do with capital markets, and I use Capital Markets Elite Group. But if you go onto the Daytrader website, they have a list of the brokers that they partner with. So whichever broker you're partnering with. There's not a lot moving at the minute. The happy soul. If you speak with your broker and ask them, do they support direct access software? And then you can, they may even give you a choice, or give you it free or whatever. But interactive brokers, you can use Daytrader on there. You can use Daytrader on Capital Markets Elite Group. Those are the two brokers that I use. There's a number of other brokers that Daytrader will work on as well. What's my aim for this month? A profitable month. We started off poorly, so we gave away kind of 60% of our starting equity, which isn't great. So the first challenge is get back green, and then I can set my goals. I still want to be averaging about $5,000 across the $5,000 a day, or $100,000 a month. I'm a little way off that. Little way off that goal at the moment. I'm kind of 282, 220 something. Let me just. Let's see, what's my net for this year so far? That's really what I want to be looking at. Net profit is 282. Based on 282,000. So we're a little bit shy of 100,000 a month. So if I hadn't given that back on Friday, we'd be approximately 100,000 a month, which is what I want to be aiming for. So I'm not going to make that back up this month. I think if we can get to 50, 60k this month in profits, that would be a good month, I think, based on where we're starting. I don't know is the swift answer. I can have a look at it. LGVN. It's held most of its gains from the last week, I'm being completely honest. It's up at 1440s. It started last week, and well, it started March. It was down kind of $5-6. It was middle of last week before the run up. It was $6.50. So it's still 1440s. So it's still in a good place. It's still in a good place. It's will we see another run? Will we see any continuation today? I'm not seeing huge volume, but it's slightly down on the day-to-day. It's 8% down on the day-to-day, but the fact that it's still trading over 14s is a good sign. We were trading it back in kind of $6-7, if you recall, last week. So it could go on another run. I'm not saying it's done or it's not, but it's showing. It looks strong because it's held most of its gains from last week. That's all I'm saying on that one. $1,000 is enough to start? Absolutely, absolutely. Just don't spend it all at once. That's the thing. T Gilf is if you spend it all at once, if you use it, it depends on your platform. It depends on your objectives. If you're starting with 1,000 and you're looking to make 150, 200,000, $200 a day, you might. That's like 15-20% daily, and it's whilst that can be done, it's an unrealistic expectation. If realistically, you should be looking at between 1% and 5% gains, depending on the size of your account. If you've got $1,000, you want to be looking at, I would say, between $20 and $50 as your daily goal to start off with. If you can get $25, $30 a day over the course of a week, you know, $20 a day over the course of a week, that's an extra $100 on top. You finish the end of the week on $1,100 instead of $1,000. The next week it's $1,200 instead of the original $1,000. So you could actually get to about $1,500 within the first month. You take it slowly. If you go in there with the mentality that I'm going to double my money, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you think you're going to double your money overnight, what you're probably going to do is lose your money overnight. Benzinga, happy soul. I use Benzinga. So Benzinga gives me all the news, everything I need. Gives me all the signals, the alerts, the scanners, the rolling news ticker, the IPO calendar, the earnings calendar. Benzinga gives all of that to me, all in one place. Nothing moving at the moment, but that's okay. We don't mind. We can wait. I can have a look at. Have I got TradingView open? I don't. I've not opened TradingView today, but I will do that now. Let's have a look at the crypto. Well, last time I looked, we were slightly down. So on the 1 hour, 46. Oh, that's okay. It kind of bounced at 45. I don't mind that. So I said that if we stay above 45, I could see us going on another bit of a bull run with crypto and Bitcoin in particular. It moved up to over 47,000. It's dipped down last week. Dipped down to 45,500, and then moved back up again. So we're back over 40. So it's now using 45 as a support, which is what we wanted to see. So that region of 44 dipped below it, but it's using that 45,000 area as a support level now, which it was acting as resistance for so long. So I can see that potentially we can then go back on a run. We got up to kind of 48, just over 48,000 last week. But yeah, watch this space with crypto. I think what's Ethereum looking at as well? Ethereum is similar shape, trading a little bit higher percentage-wise in comparison to last week, but it dropped down to kind of 3,200. Now it's back up, testing 3,500. So Ethereum's looking good as well. Yeah, we're happy with the crypto market at the moment. My holdings are down slightly. Yeah, my overall holdings are slightly down at the minute based on my dollar cost averaging, but not too far off of that, if I'm being completely honest. That's not so bad. But 0.5% down overall on my crypto. So that's can only be a good thing as far as I'm concerned. What's going on with Twitter? Elon Musk has taken, Papa Musk has taken a shareholding in Twitter. That's what's going on with Twitter. What's the strategy for today's trade? Find something moving and take profits. Yeah, so Twitter's having a good day because everybody's jumping on the back of whatever Elon Musk said. He's got the Midas touch at the minute as Papa Musk. None of these have held the gains. None of the top gainers have held the gains. I'm just going to get rid of GGPI again. GameStop is slightly positive at 166. AMC also slightly positive at 23.34. So meme stocks are plenty. There's still potential there for the meme stocks. Wait for the 10 EMA. Say that when you've had a few drinks. I'm not using EMAs on my charts today. I'm using the VWAP. I don't know about volatility scanner, but you can work out the volatility from whatever your scans are. What do I think of NFTs? I think most NFTs are a scam. There are some that are worth investing in, but the majority of them are a scam. I'll give you an analogy, ICE 666. So this is the analogy of NFTs right now, okay? So a guy goes off to a remote village in Asia, and the village is inundated. It's kind of awash with little monkeys. And the guy says, "Oh, they're cute. I'll give you $10 for each monkey." And the villagers think, "Oh, that's great. They're just around on the floor." So they capture all these monkeys and cage them up, and he puts them in the van. And he's probably got about 50 monkeys at this stage. And he comes back the next day and he says, "Have you got any more monkeys?" They said, "Well, you gave you most of them. Well, we could probably go out and capture a few more." He said, "I'll give you $15 per monkey." So away they go. They spend a bit more time. They capture, probably got about 75% of all the monkeys in the area now. And they put them in his van, cage them up and put them in his van. Comes back the next day and he says, "Have you got any more monkeys?" He says, "Well, you've got most of the monkeys. The majority of the monkeys that are left are up in the trees, or they're hiding from us because they've seen us catching all the others. So okay, well, I'll give you $25 per monkey." So they all go back and they'd probably get 90% of the monkeys caged up at this stage, and they put him in the back of the van, and he goes away, comes back the next day, and he's got his assistant with him. And he says, "Where's the monkeys? I thought you'd have more monkeys for me." I said, "Well, there's no more monkeys left." He said, "Well, I'm sure there's got to be some monkeys left." I said, "There's maybe one or two in the trees, but there's hardly any left." He said, "I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you $50 for every monkey that you catch from here on in. But I've got some business in the next village, so I'm going to leave my assistant here with the van, and I'm going to go to the next village, and I'll see you later." As soon as he's out of eye shot, his assistant turns round to all the villagers and he says, "I've got all these monkeys in the back of this van, and this guy's a bit of a knob. I don't like him. How about I give you all these monkeys for $40 each, and you can sell them to him when he comes back for $50. You'll be making $10 a profit, and you don't even have to go and hunt them." So all the villagers, they go out, they go to raid the bank, raid the life savings, they get all the money, and they buy all of the monkeys off this guy, this assistant, and he drives away. And they wait patiently for the other guy to come back to buy these monkeys for $50. And guess what? They never see him or his assistant again. That, my friends, is NFTs. Majority of NFTs are just pure garbage. Good way to launder money, though. Know any good ones to invest in? Do your own due diligence. So NFTs, it's based on what it is. They don't actually have any material value. That's the problem. Okay, they don't have any material value. So you only make profit if someone is prepared to buy your chunk of garbage. You've got an NFT and someone's prepared to pay you for it, then you can make some money. If nobody's prepared to pay you for those NFTs, then you don't make any money. So they don't have any real world use as such. You know, what's the utility around an NFT? At least in certain blockchains, in certain crypto coins, that you've actually got, you know, real life utility. Whereas in NFTs, it's art. People were paying for it because it's art. I've got this NFT. I've got one of these ape NFTs. I've got an image of Tom Brady in his last. I've got a digital image of Tom Brady in his last ever Super Bowl game. And what's he gone and done? He's going to come out of retirement. So be in another Super Bowl, probably in another Super Bowl later. And that original image has just lost its value. So you know, NFTs. It's like buying a Picasso oil painting, an original Picasso. It's worth absolutely billions. But if ever somebody said, turned around and said, well, actually, do you know Picasso was it was a bit of a kiddie fiddler. Don't buy anything from Picasso. He had a penchant for children. Everybody went off Picasso. You know, the value of anybody's paintings, original paintings for Picasso, would plummet. So just be careful with NFTs. There's too many. I would say the majority of them are scams. Yeah, I think as it becomes more mainstream, as you get digital arts, there's the 8 o'clock scrum, all the algorithmic traders. As you get digital arts, start dealing with NFTs. For example, if you get certain computer game manufacturers create an avatar that can be used across multiple platforms, and that's an NFT, then it might have some value. You can take your, you know, World of Warcraft avatar and put him in Elder Scrolls game, and you know, you have the same avatar. That might be worth something. You know, gamers might pay for that. But right now, because it's not mainstream, it's just a fad. And anyone says it's not a fad, they're kidding themselves. NFTs right now are a fad. Yes, people are making millions out of them, and a lot of people are making millions out of them. But there's a lot of people making millions out of scamming people from saying that they're a Nigerian prince and they're going to give you, you know, $1 million that they've inherited if you help them get it out of the country. You know, there's still people falling for the Nigerian prince scam. The Nigerian prince phishing scam, and if the people are still gullible enough to fall for the Nigerian prince phishing scam, then they're going to fall for something a little bit more convoluted like NFTs. Just be careful with your money. Don't put your money into anything you don't understand, period. Just because somebody says this is a good investment doesn't make it a good investment. If somebody says this is a good investment, it's because they're invested in it. Cool nuts. Well, if it's an original, it's probably worth 1,000 Nigerian dollars. That's good, that one. So Twitter's now selling off. I thought Twitter might hold those gains. Well, it's worth keeping an eye on. It's not retraced all its gains. We're not seeing anything moving as yet. Spy Energy, Twitter, those are the two main ones. On good, yeah, well, Twitter's it's a liquid stock anyway. It's highly traded at the best of times. Some of the Chinese stocks are looking trading a little bit higher after reassurance about them not getting delisted. So there were rumors that a lot of these Chinese stocks will get delisted from the US exchanges, and that seems to be subsided over the weekend. So a lot of these Chinese stocks are rallying on the back of that. So just be careful though. When you're looking for something to trade, you do need the volume. And at the moment, Spy Energy is the only one with volume and movement. Yeah, Elon. The thing with Elon is that he seems to have so much sway. There's so many people who don't know anything about stock market or trading or crypto or anything, and they just love Elon. Kind of, they'll follow him blindly. He's like the Pied Piper of idiots in a lot of cases. People with too much money and not enough sense will just, oh, Elon's doing it, I'm going to buy it. You know? Body, I'll have a look at body for you. So that's just shot up. The SPY, I'll have a look at body while the SPY is doing its thing. Oh dear. So body's not, there's nothing happening with that today. It's had a sell-off last week. It's currently, last trade was 210. There's nothing happens. 213 is the VWAP. Yeah, 210 is the last trade. There's no volume there. I don't know if you're holding that when you got in or what price you got in, but there's no trades there at the minute from a day trading perspective. On a daily basis, it's just consolidating sideways around between 210 and 220. So there's no range either. You've got 20-cent range at best on a daily basis. So there's no range, there's no volume, there's no trade. Sorry if you're in it. What type of orders do I place when day trading? I always place limit orders. So I try to get when I'm placing my orders, I try to sell on the bid and buy on the bid and sell on the ask, and I give it a little bit of slippage room with the limit order, but it helps me in terms of if I'm buying on the bid, it helps because I'm buying on an uptick regardless of what price it is. And if I'm selling on the ask, it's a downtick, but I'm usually trying to get out at that stage anyway, so it doesn't really matter. What do you use to trade so you don't lose too much in commission? Let me know, because I lose a fortune in commissions every day. I pay a small fortune in commissions and fees. I'm too commercial. Okay. I think I'm trading millions of dollars. I wish. Once the price pumps, fuel nuts, XRP, you're going to get shafted once the price pumps. Are you shorting it? I think XRP, I'm long on XRP. I'm holding XRP for the long term. I think it's got a lot going for it in terms of real life utility. So you saying a lot of people get shafted once the price pumps, I don't understand where you get that from. That's only there's no different to Ripple actually selling their tokens than Elon doing a stock offering on Tesla. The last stock offering that Tesla did, for example, the market bought it up and the price went higher. GameStop last year, amid all of the turmoil of the short squeeze, they did a stock offering to create, money for GameStop and get them, pay off the debts, and the market ate it up. They bought it all up, gobbled it up in a matter of hours, and then the price rallied. So Ripple actually selling their coins. They won't sell all the coins, but selling a portion of the coins into the market, adding liquidity. I don't see it. You might get a short-term price move downwards, but in the long term, it'll continue to rise. Once we start seeing that it reaches a certain level, and Ripple aren't going to sell their coins until it reaches a certain level. Otherwise, it's just not going to be profitable for them to do that. So once it reaches a certain level, interest in the coin will have garnered, and providing they don't release everything at once, then the market and the appetite in the market will buy it up. The dog, she's outside. She's lying in the cold. XRP is tradable in the USA. It's just not tradable on some of the platforms like Coinbase. So you can get it on Binance. You can get it on BitGet. There's a lot of other platforms. Just use a different. Just look for a different coin exchange. It's not on Coinbase, but it is tradable in the US. Why not just invest in index funds? Because index funds are a derivative. So index funds, you might get a 2-3% gain or in any given point in time. If you just put your money in, and I'm not berating index funds. I think long-term investments, index funds are a great way to go. ETFs and index funds are a great way to put your long-term gains. They're great for larger capital, making your money work when you've got a larger capital to deposit. On an intraday basis, not so much. So the whole point in day trading is you want to make profits and gains in day trading so you can create a larger equity to put into likes of index funds and wider long-term investments. So that's why you don't just invest in index funds, because you need the capital in the first place to invest in index funds. So where do you get that capital from? I get it from day trading. That's what I get it from. And then I put it into index funds. They might do, but people will buy it up. I don't know about Binance.us, but I know it's on the Binance. It's on the Binance platform. It's on BitGet because I bought it on BitGet. So already covered Mullen. Index funds or crypto? Why does it have to be an either or? I think you know, if you're looking for larger gains, I think you can't dismiss crypto. But if you're looking for less risk, then you go to index funds. So crypto is riskier, but you get bigger gains. And index funds, you get it's less risky, but you're guaranteed a certain. Well, I say guaranteed. You're almost guaranteed a certain level of gain. So I would say use both. Index funds are great. The more money you have, the better they are. So you know, you don't even have to do index funds. You can buy one stock. You can buy Warren Buffett stock, and you know, just buy the one stock and a few shares of that, and he'll do the rest for you. But you need big money to do that. I'll tell you what we're making our money on today: the stock market. As soon as something starts to move. Nothing's moving yet. Starry Group. Let me have a look at that. That's just popped up on low volume. Let's have a look at the. Let's have a look at the catalyst for Starry. No catalyst as such. I can see. New IPO. Okay. Yeah, so IPO'd last Tuesday. and is already up on its opening price last Tuesday. So it's pretty much sold off on Wednesday, rallied on Thursday, sold off again on Friday. So today looks like it's going to be a rally day. It's currently 950-ish, which was the high of Thursday. No volume, but interesting. I find the most inane stuff interesting at times. Pop that there just so I can access it if it starts to move again. The likes are low, are they? Yes, they are. Consider we've got if everybody did 10 taps on the screen, the likes would get over 3,000 likes. So guys, if you're in the stream, tap the screen 10 times. Hey Shando, how you doing? If you're in YouTube, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. How much did I buy right now? I've not bought anything yet. Index funds returns are low. Who told you that? The low depending on which index fund you're looking at any given time. I mean, they project around 10%, so it's between 8 and 12%, depending on which one. If it's directly linked to the market, like let's take the SPY for example. If we look at the SPY, and if we take the SPY, and I'll just switch this over to the weekly chart or the daily chart, if you will. You can see this only gives 6 months charting, but in the long term, you're only ever going to win with the S&P. So if you mean they're only single-digit gains, see the markets will outstrip inflation every day of the week. They always will. You go into a recession and or even a market crash, and they will rally. They'll come good again. It might take 6 months. It might take a year. It might take 5 years. But they will hit all-time highs again. So it's just about patience. Warren Buffett once said that the stock market is essentially the patient man taking the impatient man's money away from him, or words to that effect. Might have been along the lines of it's the impatient man giving his money to the patient man. So am I going to buy? Which one and how much? I don't know if I'm going to buy yet. I'm waiting for setups. There's nothing set up for buying yet, and how much depends on the setup and what price the stock is. So let's watch. Twitter, yeah, Twitter's having a good day. It's selling off at the minute. It's quite way below the volume weighted average price. But that being said, it's not retraced all its gains on the day. So the reason Twitter's up is Elon Musk disclosed a substantial shareholding in Twitter, and anything that Papa Musk touches turns to gold, as we all know. So that's why Twitter is up at the moment. How long do you think it will take XRP to go up in value? I think XRP will continue to go up in value this year, regardless of what's happening with the Ripple case. In line with the way that I think the wider crypto market will continue to gain traction this year. I think we potentially will see a six-figure Bitcoin this year, and with that rise, XRP will tag along on the shirt tails of Bitcoin and Ethereum and the rest of them. However, I think we could see some bigger gains from XRP once we get in this next month or two, this next 6 to 8 weeks, when we finally get a resolution to the Ripple case. Now, that's not to say that the Ripple case is direct. We know that Ripple is intrinsically linked to XRP, but it's not the same thing. So Ripple has a lot of contracts with about 70% of the world's banks and financial institutions. That doesn't mean that the world's banks and financial institutions will be using XRP and the XRP blockchain. It means that Ripple will have a contract to enable them to transfer monies and things on the Ripple network, which is not the same as XRP. But the fact that they're intrinsically linked, once Ripple steps out of this SEC lawsuit and it's clearly decided that XRP is no longer an equity, it is a currency, then we'll see XRP start to move. So I think June, July, we could see some significant gains. That's my opinion. It's not financial advice. Don't sue me. Lewis, I'm not telling you not to take any gains. What I would say to you is take some profits. If you've not made any profits on Ethereum, take some profits, but don't sell it all. I'm again, not financial advice. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm averaging dollar cost averaging with my Ethereum. I've been dollar cost averaging now for about 4 years with Ethereum. So I'm in a good place with Ethereum. I sold all my Bitcoin and then bought some back last year, so I'm slightly down on my Bitcoin, but that's besides the point. But Ethereum, I think you'll see Ethereum continue to gain. Long term, a lot of other coins are using the Ethereum blockchain anyway, so Ethereum is going to be very stable. You're not going to see the moon gains like 100x, 1000x, or anything like that, but you'll get great returns on Ethereum in the long term, I believe. Is that the quote there, Cool Nuts? I knew it was something like that. Right, Inspirato's making him another move up. Twitter is being heavily traded to the short side, people selling off. Have a look at GME, no movement. AMC, no movement. Starry, no volume. So unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do with this one. And $10,000, 10,000 shares traded a minute is not good volume. But it is an IPO, so understandable. A lot of people won't know about this because it's an IPO from last week. But we had a few IPOs last week last month, that just went mental. It took about a week to actually start gaining traction, and then they went mental. So key data, what's the size of, I want to see the float size on Starry. So in crypt, 3 coins with 50 bucks, is that bad long term, or should I spend more? No, it's not. You're getting started. It's, you know, there's no such thing as too little to invest. If you're day trading it, then 50 bucks is not going to make you much. But if you're talking about the long term, you get the compounding effect over it. It's never no amount is too small. So if you do 50 bucks this month, 50 bucks next month, and you continue to invest 50 bucks a month, you know, you'll get the compounding effect, and you'll get larger gains in the long term. I'm glad you like the new setup, Craze. It's I'm just basically recording my screen so that you can see some of the bits and pieces. So you can see that the scanners. I've only got 2 of the scanners there. I've actually, so if you was my cursor. So here I've actually got my P&L. I've not taken any trades yet, so you won't see the P&L here until I actually take some trades. So that's what I've got. I've got the main. I've got the 1 minute, because I've got four charts that I use when I'm trading, but this is the one that will show most of the action, which is the 1 minute. I've got the session scanner, and I've got the 15-minute scanner. So there's 2 scanners missing. The signals are missing, the news are missing, and the rest of the charts are missing. But you're getting a lot more than you could see. You're seeing this in real time, so you're getting a lot more than you could see last time. So, and you see my ugly mug better as well, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't give stock picks, crypto picks, or anything like that. I can only give my opinion. So asking me a question about what is the best stock to invest in, or the best coin to invest in, or whether a coin is good, I can only give you my opinion, but I'm not giving picks. So the best stock to invest in is the one that you feel the most comfortable investing in. That's a very flaky answer, but it's the truth. So if you like Microsoft in the long term, and you put your money into Microsoft and then forget about it, and maybe add more every 3 months, or every time you get your birthday box, then good for you. You know, in the long term, it'll come good. If you're talking about intraday trading, so there's 3 types of trading or investing. You've got your value investing, which is about long-term investing. You do your due diligence. It's about fundamental investing. You want to know about the company. You want to know, is it a good price that you're getting? Will it continue to grow? Do you see you're going to get value? So that's long-term value investing. Then you've got swing trading, which is 2, 3, 4 days a week, maybe a little bit longer. And what you're looking for there is you're investing. You're putting your money in short-term investing, if you will. You're putting your money into a company that's exhibiting or riding a trend. So it's an upwards move, then you're doing it for an upwards move. If it's a downwards move, you're selling it to the downside. So it's riding a particular trend, and you know that the trend isn't going to last all the time. So you have very stringent, tight stops, and you take profits as you go. That's swing trading. And options trading is a form of swing trading in a lot of cases. You can day trade with options as well. It just basically means you get more leverage and you're not buying the underlying stock. Your transactions with options trading will not impact the price whatsoever. Then you've got your intraday trading or day trading, which is where you don't really care about the value of the company, or whether it's doing good things, or whether it's going to be a success in the long term. All you're looking for is volatility with volume that you can take advantage of on a daily basis and make profits with. So those are the different types of investings that you can get with in terms of stock market. Now, crypto, it's exactly the same sort of thing. So you've got coins that you would look for long-term investment. You do your dollar cost averaging. Long-term you're going to get gains. There's going to be peaks and troughs along the way, but in the long term, it's going to increase in value. Bitcoin, Ethereum, coins like that, the stable high cap coins, you're not going to get the huge volatility. You might get more volatility than you would in investing in an index fund, for example. You might get 10-15% move in a day, or 20% at the outset, but you're not going to get the 100-200% moves in a single day that you can on the more obscure lower cap coins. So the new projects, again, do your due diligence. They're not going to be listed on the wider, more commonly used coin exchanges. But if you get into them early, these low cap coins, and you believe in the utility and the community around it, then you can make really significant gains. And then when they do get listed on one of the main exchanges, like a Coinbase or a Binance or something, then they usually have a bit of a pump, a bit of a spike, and then you need to be taking profits with those. So the buy and hodl mentality that's come into the market this last 12-18 months is only good for swing trading. It's not a good long-term investment strategy. Buy and hodl is not a good long-term investment strategy. You could lose, you may get lucky, but you could lose everything. Particularly in these crappy companies that are not giving dividends and stuff. You buy and hodl with reputable companies that are in the long term increasing year after year. They're giving dividends and stuff like that, so you're actually getting a return on that, as well as actually increasing the equity that you've invested in them. So it's slightly different scenario, but in terms of meme stocks, penny stocks, you don't buy and hodl those. We're waiting for a good movement at the moment. In terms of any good stocks today, we've not seen anything yet. Do I invest long term or swing trade? Yes. So I make most of my gains. I make most of my money day trading, intraday trading. So day trading. So I'll get on a move, and it's more risky. It's a hell of a lot more risky, but the gains, I could double my money in a day. In theory, I'm not looking to do that every day, but in theory, I could double my money, in some cases more than double my money in a day. That's day trading. Swing trading, again, you can have good gains, but it's for me, holding longer, you're introducing another element of risk. So you're not likely to put YOLO into a swing trade. You need to manage your risk even better in a swing trade than you would even in a day trade. But I will put my money into swing trades, probably less than I would. Well, obviously less than I would day trading, but less than I would in terms of longer term investments, the likes of index funds and high cap stocks. So I do invest long term, value investing. That's where I put a lot of my gains that I make from day trading that I'm not spending, for example. So I want to take my cost of living, but I also want to make sure that I'm not just going to leave it in the bank and lose value on it. So I want my money to continue to work for me, even though I'm not using it. So investing it long term, value investing, swing trading as well. And that's what I primarily use my interactive accounts for, swing trading and investing. And I will trade options with interactive brokers as well. And because their options chain is quite good. I think Dash Trade has started options. You can use options with Dash Trade now, but it's complicated. I don't like the options chain on how it's represented on Dash Trade. I find it confusing. So I prefer to trade options with interactive. Well, good for you, Shando. Sorry I missed your comment there. I'm a bit busy ranting. What would I say is the best investment between Bitcoin and Microsoft? I'm not going to say either the best investment. It shouldn't be an either or. If you're going to be investing long term, you need diversification. So I've got investments in companies, large cap companies, and I've got investments in large cap crypto coins. And I don't favor one over the other. It's two different instruments. I think the potential in Bitcoin in the short to medium term is bigger than it would be in Microsoft in the short to medium term. The security in Microsoft is more than it is in Bitcoin in the short to medium term. So it's about what you're looking for. If you're looking for security and safety, but not the gains, then you go for something, even an index fund, for example. You go for something a little bit more secure and a little bit, maybe you're not going to make as much, but you're not going to lose as much either. What coins? I've got four. There's four that I'm holding long term that I'm effectively dollar cost averaging, which is XRP, Cardano, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Those are the four. DeFi token. I'm bullish on it. I think I'm bullish on the whole crypto space, and I keep saying this. People ask me about particular coins and particular tokens and everything else like that, but I urge everybody to do your own due diligence. Going on a live stream and asking somebody for their opinion, you're only ever going to get their opinion, because they don't know. I don't know what's going to go up and what's going to go down. They can only speculate based on their own due diligence. I would say you need to do your own due diligence. If you're putting any level of capital into the market, whether it be the crypto market, whether it be the property market, whether it be the equities market, it doesn't matter. If you're putting any level of capital, you need to do your own research. And if you don't do your own research, then you're just a fool. And you probably deserve to lose your money for not doing your own research. So do your own research, is what I say. There's a lot of forums, but take a lot of what you get in a forum, take a lot of it with a pinch of salt, because you get so many motor mouths on social media thinking they know everything that they don't, and I'm no different. You know, I know what I know, and I know what I know well, but I also know what I don't know, and that's where you find a lot of people don't stop talking, is that they don't know what they don't know. So, and they just kind of blag it. They have this fake it till they make it attitude, and do you know what? You're not fooling anybody. If you don't know, just say you don't know. There's no shame in that. What would I recommend for a beginner? Depends on your objectives. You know, I'd recommend learning how to trade. I would recommend learning, reading up about the finance industry, the finance markets, because this stuff they don't teach you in school, and they won't teach you in school, because this is the stuff that they don't want, Joe Sixpack to know. We've hit an era in history. It's a very important time and a very interesting period in history where we're getting a mass transfer of wealth to the average Joe. But in order to take advantage of that as an average Joe, you have to educate yourself. If you don't educate yourself, you're going to miss out. And you're getting loads of people on, you see them on YouTube that have got all these different investment portfolios and stuff, and they honestly don't know what they're doing. But they're making money at it because they actually listened when people were saying that, look, you can make money doing this. And I'm making money, not making anything in terms of creativity, manufacturing, or anything like that. But when I'm trading, I'm just moving money from one place to another. And one of those places is in my pocket. So, it's Fugazi, to quote Matthew McConaughey. Moving numbers from one place to another place, and it's not actually real. Money is a social construct. It's not actually real. So the fact that I can make money without actually giving anybody anything, without selling anybody anything, without making anything, without just by moving numbers from one place to another, I find it mind-boggling. I really do. Do I have a mentor? No, I don't. I'm totally self-taught. I've studied a few different people in terms of both investing and strategies and things like that. But from an individual's point of view, there is, I don't know who's invented all these strategies or whatever, who can say that this strategy is mine or that strategy, because the strategies are being used from a day trading perspective. The strategies that I use are being used by the majority of other day traders. So the more traders that use them, the better, the more reliable they become. Yes and no, Shando. So Shando's asking, isn't crypto a bit risky at the moment because of the movement in the market with new coins and inventions in the short term? And the swift answer is that you're going to, because it's unregulated, you've got to be careful with where you put your money. And there's a lot of nonsense coins that you can buy into that will pump, and you'll see them pump on social media, and you'll see people making huge gains on social media, and these people are the ones that are actually pumping it, and they'll do a proper pump and dump. And I've been subscribed to some of these forums that do this. We're going to be pumping a coin on Thursday. Make sure you're subscribed by this time. We'll let you know an hour before we're pumping it. They've already bought in at stupid prices, stupidly low prices. Then they tell all these 20,000-30,000 followers on this forum that this is the coin. We're going to everybody buy in and pump it up and then get out as quick. And it's a race, and there's always some poor schmuck left holding the bag, and it's a scam at the end of the day. Because these guys are already in it and they're waiting for it to go up to a certain level and start seeing a little bit of weakness, and they get out. And then they'll tell everybody else, right, everybody get out. It's done. They're already out. So the crypto market can be manipulated in the low cap coins. That's where you get all the manipulation. The high cap coins, it's less risky, but you still have the volatility. You can still, Elon Musk can say something nasty about Bitcoin and it takes a plunge. And that's what worries me about the crypto market, is one person can have such an impact on the financial performance of one particular instrument. Look what he did with Dogecoin. He went Doge to the moon, and it went up to the moon. And then it's just kind of fallen off since then. So, and then Shiba Inu was the one after that. And, these coins that people are saying Shiba Inu is going to go up to $1. No, it's not. It's never going to go up to $1. It just, the liquidity, there isn't enough liquidity in the market for Shiba Inu to go up to $1. So be careful about the more obscure coins, which is why I keep saying, do your own due diligence, do your own research. Don't just put money into it speculatively because you heard somebody's aunt's uncle's dog's nephew thought it was a good investment and it's gone a moon. Well, if that's the case, then you're just gambling. You may as well just go buy a couple of scratches down the newsagent. The same outcome. You're likely to lose your money. Absolutely, debt is 100% responsible for creating wealth, and most the top 5%, top 1% of the really uber wealthy people don't want you to know is that they don't have any income. The reason that Donald Trump doesn't pay tax, everybody's screaming about Donald Trump's tax returns. He doesn't pay taxes because he doesn't have an income. He has debt. He has assets. Donald Trump's got more debt, and let's give this a refresh. So Donald Trump's got so much debt, and that's what he's using. He leverages debt, as do all of the uber wealthy. That's why they don't pay taxes. You don't pay tax on debt. Simple. monthly investments. Just choose your instruments and dollar cost average every month. Automate it. But whatever you can afford without impacting your lifestyle, you automate that amount to go out into whatever investments that you've got. So, for example, I split mine 3 ways. And when I withdraw my gains, I get it split 3 ways. I've got, half I put into crypto, half I put into my long-term investments, and a third in crypto, a third in long-term investments, and a third I will divvy up. I'll either spend my cost of living, and then I will look at what else I can do with it. And I like treating myself. I've got a nice sneaker or trainer collection, depending on where you're sat, and I've got a nice watch collection. I don't have to be. Somebody was asking me what car I drive, and I said I'm driving a Volvo 880. Well, S80. Why does that matter? I'm not interested in driving I live in Dublin, for crying out loud. Where am I going to drive a bloody Lamborghini? I can't afford a Lamborghini at the moment, but I want to get to the levels that I probably could, and then I wouldn't buy one because it's a liability. Why would you buy a car that's not worth what you pay for it? Why would you buy anything that's not worth what you pay for it? Yeah, but income tax is only due if you don't have any tax write-offs. So you can get away from the income tax with all kinds of. So you've got debt and you still pay income tax. That's because you're not servicing your debt in the right way. So, for example, you can, instead of buying a car, you lease a car, and you write those lease payments off against your tax that you're paying. If you've got a salary, if you're paying income tax on a salary, you're working a 9 to 5, and I'm sorry, you're getting screwed, because salaried individuals, doesn't matter what job you've got, you can be a bricklayer, you can be a doctor, salaried individuals are taxed at the highest level in society. If you are receiving a salary, you're getting taxed, and you're getting taxed at the highest rate possible. If you are not in receipt of a salary, if you've got your own business, which is the next level, if you've got your own business, then you still have to pay taxes, but corporation tax, if you take an income from the business, you end up having to pay income tax there or whatever. But you can offset that tax against expenses that you can put down to the business. And if you're working from home like I am, I can offset a percentage of my heating and lighting and electricity costs and things like that. So, as well as the capital costs for everybody commenting about the 4 monitors I've got and the PC that I've got, I can upgrade my PC at any time, and I offset that capital expenditure off against my taxes. So, it's the biggest lie that we're told as teenagers is that we should go to college, we should work hard in school, go to college, get a good job, and earn a good living, and be a respectable member of society. It's the biggest lie we're told, because what they essentially are telling us is, we want you to work for us. You're going to be a slave for the rest of your life, and you're going to work for us. And what they should be teaching you in school is an entrepreneurial mindset. What they should be teaching you in school is how to create wealth, not how to be a slave to wealth. I've got about 7 or 8 credit cards, and I've got 1 debit card, and I never use the debit card. So I always use the credit card. So if I'm somewhere, I've got a Visa credit cards and I've got MasterCard credit cards. I used to have an Amex, but I can't get that in Ireland anymore, so I got rid of that. But I always pay the credit back. As soon as I get a bill, I pay it off in full. So, and I use it's cheaper for me to use a credit card than it is for me to use a debit card on my bank. Yeah, you have to pay tax, but there's ways of minimizing your tax, reducing your tax liability is what I'm saying. So if you've got no discernible income, you don't pay income tax. If your income is debt, you don't pay tax on debt. So Rodriguez, look into it. If you've ever read, if you've not read it, read Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's a book. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it teaches a lot of these. It actually goes into detail about a lot of these secrets of the rich and wealthy, and how they pay less tax than your average Joe on the street. It's because they don't work for money. They don't work for an income. They don't work for a salary. They work for assets. Yeah, absolutely. So you switch between credit cards from one, yeah, every 6 months or so. You get zero. If you've got a good credit rating, you switch from one credit card to another every 6 months. You get 6 months free interest on transfers and transactions. And so what you then do is you use another credit card that's not got the 6 months interest, and then you transfer that for cash withdrawals, whatever, and then you transfer that onto the new one, and you're effectively getting zero interest on cash withdrawals as well. So just by moving from one credit card supplier to another every 6 months or every 12 months, you can end up paying zero interest on your debt. There's a number of different ways of doing it. I mean, it sounds like a hassle, but you can automate all that process. All right, what's moving? Acer. Let's have a look at Acer. Acer popped up 10-15 minutes ago, looking nice. Why is it popping up? Acer Therapeutics. Acer Therapeutics. Adsevo granted FDA breakthrough therapy designed for vascular Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, whatever that is. So it's an FDA breakthrough therapy that's been granted. Acer Therapeutics could be one to watch. Twitter's making a move up again. Traded Acer before. Yeah, many times. When did I last trade Acer? Let me have a look on my Trader View stats. Books. So I've not traded it this year. When did I last trade Acer? Oh, I've not traded it. I've just mapped it out before. That's the one, Robert. That's the one, Cool Nuts. Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, I am watching Twitter. I'm on Twitter as it stands. I'm streaming live on Twitter as we speak. So everybody on Twitter, hi, hello. Twitter's up at testing 40, almost testing 48 again now. %. It's coming up to the VWAP. It's just taken 48. $48. Just broke $48 now, Twitter. So Watch this for a move upwards at the bell. All of the Elon lovers. Okay, so move. It's funny how I've got this mapped out from whenever it was mapped out, and 375 was mapped out previously before I even opened this. And you can see that 375 there is, just zoom out. Oh, 375 was seen as a resistance level there, and it's come back down there. So technical, the power of technicals. I'm just going to move that up. High and down. So $4. We're looking at breaking $4 on. So it would have been last year the last time that this was up at that level. So Twitter rejected at 48 briefly. Let's see if it rallies and takes it this time round. That's Twitter. So you can see the volume weighted average price here, the VWAP, moved up, rejected briefly. Look at the 5 minute, you can see that the high of day, I'm just going to put a pre-market high on here. 52.20. That'll do. You see how it popped up, spiked up, and then it consolidated for a little while around the kind of $49 level. So I'm just going to put that $49 level there. You can see how it consolidated, used it as support, and once it fell below it, it was resistance. So now we've got the VWAP here that it's trying to get above. Now the VWAP is an intraday trend indicator, and if what we're getting here, for example, all these candles forming below the VWAP, it's a downwards trending. If it's above the VWAP, it's upwards trending. So I want it to be above the VWAP. It is Benzinga chart. No, not Benzinga charts. It's Benzinga scanners, but the chart is dash trade. I've put that there because when I take a trade, so for example, this chart is dash trader. It's a 1 minute time frame. This is what I'm actually going to be trading on most of the time. And down here I've got my P&L. So this should show what my realized and unrealized gains are based on when I take a trade. I haven't taken any trades yet pre-market. There's been nothing set up for me to take a trade yet. So watch this space. Just gonna put Acer on the watch list here. We can actually keep an eye on it. I'm making a little bit of a move up. So we've got half an hour before the bell. I'm just going to get my usual refreshment. Oxy. Let me have a look. On the hourly time frame, Oxy is currently 59.18. So Michael, oh, you probably can't. Can you see that? Oh, no, you can't. You're on the TikTok stream. I thought you was on the Twitch stream. I'll pull it up on here for you. Okay, so this is Oxy. So 59.14. It's not huge volume, but it is gapping up on the day. So ever so slightly. It's about 2% up on the day, just shy of 2% up on the day. Oh, it's been hovering between. It's kind of a $4 range between 50, 56, and 60 at the minute. Has been, with the exception, it went up to about 63 at one stage, but it's looking fairly strong. Oxy. So Twitter is now above the volume weighted average price. We've just taken a 500 share position. Bounce on the VWAP. Just in Twitter right now. Yeah. I'm slumming it today, Alistair. Trading trading small today. Need to kind of back to trader rehab, as it were. time are we on? We've got 25 minutes before the bell. Still watching Acer. That's just consolidated sideways right now. It popped up to $4 pre-market, where it's now 380s. Just keeping an eye on Acer. Keeping an eye on Twitter. Keeping an eye on SPY Energy. Starry Group's back up again. Low volume though. We're getting a nice little consolidation pattern with Acer. Will be interesting. Oh, the dog's back. Don't want this. I'll wait for the entry. We might get a bull flag entry here, so I'll wait. I'll get out there and wait for an entry. So next candle to make a new high could be worth entering, depending on the volume. Well, Ace is not doing anything, and neither is SPY at the minute. So I'm watching it. So Ace is testing the VWAP right now at 375. I've got that on the 1 minute chart right there. This one is 47.90, 90 cents. Nice, Shando. Nice bit of profit there. Don't forget to take profit. Don't let it retrace and give it back, your Shando. That's what I did last week. 5 grand up and gave it back and then some. Okay. Just a little bit shy on movement. Everything's consolidating right now, so marked out ASA highs. I've marked out this full range here, so it's a range between $3.50 and $4 there. So the low of the consolidation level is $3.51. The high pre-market high is $4. So that's ASA. That's the range we've got to work with at the moment. SPY. Let me have a quick look at this. So we've got high up here of 379. No, that's not it. That's consolidation high. Got a high up here, pre-market of 417. Mark those two on that. 479 stroke 480 is also was support before it became resistance. So and Twitter, pre-market high of 51.19. Got that consolidation level there at $49. $48 is proving resistance now, so we're in this level here, 48.30. That's the resistance level now. Starry, just no volume. Wider market. Ah, well, the S&P's up. SPY's up slightly, ever so slightly. We're kind of 0.1% maybe. The NASDAQ, that's doing better, 0.25%. Both are below the VWAP, so I'd like to see them above the VWAP. Nothing moving at the minute. Society Pass just hit the scanners. Let me have a look, see if is there a catalyst here. Not really. Oh, volume 2. What stock am I currently tracking? Well, we've got kind of 4 on the watch list at the moment: Twitter, ASA, SPY, and Starry. I'm watching Twitter for a move up at the bell. It might even sell off first and then do a bit of a red to green. Let's see. Somebody's saying buy calls on Facebook. Why? Is there unusual options activity? You said buy calls on Meta, but why? Give me a little bit of a context, please. Wouldn't surprise me if Facebook or Meta makes a bit of a rally to the upside based in sympathy with Twitter. Right. This time I'm not going to buy it early. I'm going to wait for the retest, break the VWAP and then retest it. That's what I didn't do that, but I got in for the break of the VWAP here. And then it pulled back. So I didn't wait for the retest. So I'll wait for the retest this time. $48.19. $48.20 is what we're looking for. Next candle to make a new high. 48.20. Wasn't quick to the trigger then. Very slow to the trigger. I should have took profits. I was waiting for 20 cents and I should have taken them at 10. I'll take some profits there. $48.30 is our exit now. Right. Now we've got 20 bucks to the good. Better than kicking the teeth. Let's have a look at where's Acer. That's sold off now. SPY's above the VWAP on lower volume. Starry is very low volume. Nope. High of this candle is 48.50. That's where we were rejected. The mechanics of this trade were actually quite good. We got in there at 48.30. We were actually wanting to get in at 40. We were slow to the trigger. We missed a 10-cent move there, so we should have gotten at 48.20. The break of 40. This one was. You see the high was 48.19, so we should have gotten at 48.20. We just pulled the trigger a little bit slow because it popped up on volume. We took some profits up here at 10 cents, 48.40s, and then we broke even for the rest. So it's like 1,000 shares, took off 500 up the top, and then we took the rest off at break even. So that's a good trade, a profitable trade, not like this one here. Wait for the confirmation. The lesson there is wait for the confirmation as opposed to the anticipation. So here we got in for the break of the VWAP. We should have let it retest. If we let it retest, it would have come back down all the way down to here. So we would never have got in. Same thing here. Break the VWAP, retest, comes back down again. So here we break the VWAP, we get the volume comes in, and then we take profits. So that's what we need to be looking for. That's the strategy with the break the VWAP and then retest and move up with volume. Let me have a look. Have another look at Facebook for you, Segsy. I can see. I don't see a run up to 300. Absolutely not. Facebook's not going to run up to 300. It's this. But I can see it making a bit of a run today, simply because of that. If we look at the daily, look at the daily. How horrible the daily chart is. This big section down in February when it actually lost a third of its value. So from kind of 330s down to 250s. It was horrible stuff. They continued to sell off. Now it's had a rally over the last couple of weeks. So we've had 2 weeks of rallying for Facebook. This was the bottom down here at 190s. Realistically, if you're looking for a bottom bounce, this would have been the entry point here when it's gapped up for the first time here. So when it gapped up there, we should have got in maybe at 200 or whatever. So for the reversal, this doji was the signal in change in sentiment on the daily. So we could have got the change there. Is it going to go up to 300s today? No. Is it going to go up to 300s this week? Unlikely. Not impossible, but unlikely. I think it's probably going to rally today. If you took calls at 230, it's currently 225. If you took calls at 230, then I think if you provided you give it enough time, calls for this Friday at 230 might be a little bit too early, but 230, 240, 235 calls might be worthwhile. So because social media, just thinking of the social media influence of Twitter rallying, you might get Facebook do a bit of a rally as well. The high now is 48.50. So we just rejected at 48.50 again. We've got a bit of a double top there. Flat top on the 5-minute. Do trade cryptos, just not intraday. Not when the crypto market is very volatile. When it's it was on a bull run last year, I would trade intraday, but not at the moment. It's consolidating sideways at the minute. It's not as volatile as it has been. So I don't trade crypto intraday. I do read comments. You're just impatient, Big Hustle. Especially when I'm in a trade. You may be surprised, but you're not the center of my universe. So ADA, that's one of the coins I'm actually holding long term. So I don't trade penny stocks myself. I have a cutoff at $3, an absolute cutoff at $3. But you wanted Sonim Technologies. There's nobody trading it right now. It's currently 87 cents. I mean, you're kind of very adamant. You wanted me to say that Sonim is trading at 87 cents with nobody trading it. Essentially, in a 2-cent range at the minute in pre-market. It's not doing anything. So if you're caught holding bags over $1, then I'm sorry, that doesn't look like it's doing anything today. Could change. Doesn't look like it for me. I won't be watching that one. And Mullen, I've already covered Mullen about 3 times today. So if anyone else wants to talk about Mullen Motors, I won't be. It's currently 303s. And it's barcoding, so you're talking about 1 cent range either way. It's barcoding. We're missing a Twitter breakout. No, rejection at 50 cents again. Will we get the move up this time on volume? And down to retest the VWAP. I've already covered Mullen. Not doing it again. Covered it about 4 times now. I'll have a look at this one. I don't know what charts you're looking at, but it's setting up perfectly on almost every time frame. It's not setting up on a 1 minute. There's no volume. It's not setting up on a 5 minute. There's no volume. It's actually down on the day on the 60 minute, and it had a good day Friday. So I don't know what you're looking at with Aero Clean Technology, buddy. But if you're holding bags up at $15, good luck to you. It's probably not going to see those levels again for a long time, if ever. But there's nobody trading Aero Clean Technologies. So you know. Two minutes to the bell. No, here we go. And the bell is, the market is open. Let's have a look at Twitter. $48.50 is the pre-market level we need to break. There we go. Take a little bit off there. So halt level is 51.28. So we've got a long while to go before we get a halt. I'm going to take the rest off there and look for another entry. So we're $350 to the good. That's a good start. $49.75 is the opening high. Don't mind the pullback. Is it going to move up slightly after? I'm going to change the scanners over to regular market. Whilst I'm waiting for Twitter to consolidate. So we can see here on the 1 minute that we got in there for the break of these pre-market this pre-market resistance level at 48.50. We rode it up. We took profits here and here. Well, actually, we took profits here to start off with. We put 1,000 shares in here, 500 in profits here. We rode it up, and when it started to pull back, we took the other 500 off. And that's just safety more than anything. I need to start having green days again after 2 big red days. So it's about, for me, it's psychological trading at the moment rather than going for the big profits. I just need to get back to winning strategies. So ASA, got this 372. So we've got $4 really is the $4 is the pre-market high on ASA. We've got this 372 as the opening range high right now. Nothing jumping up on the scanners just yet. SRAD just popped up. Have a quick look at that one. That's low volume. That's trading halted. That one's halted. Low volume. Going off. Coming off. Right, okay, so we're $350 to the good at the moment. Just waiting for some action. So, okay, back to the comments. How do I determine my stop loss? There's a number of different ways to do it. So you're looking for the exit signals, but how much I'm prepared to risk on a given trade. So I might give it 10 cents on the share. I might give it 20 cents on the share, depending on what share size I have, what equity position I'm able to take. There's a number of different ways I would do it. As a general rule of thumb, if I'm going long, I would say that the exit is the low of the previous candle. So if I enter on a 1 minute candle, the previous 1 minute, the low of the previous 1 minute, that's the risk. That would be my exit. And if it goes lower, then it's going in the wrong direction. So I would exit at the previous 1 minute candle. You can use a similar methodology on the 5 minute time frame and look at the previous 5 minute candle. So if I look at ASA right now on the 5 minute, 350 is the low, 351. Funnily enough, that's also the pre-market low on the pre-market consolidation. So if it breaks below that, then obviously that's not going to be worthwhile trading. And it just did. So that looks like ACE is selling off now. So Twitter's on its way back up again. So we've got this opening range high up here now is 49.78. So 49.78 up here. I'm just watching the scanners, looking for price spikes, trading halts, high of day breakouts, anything like that coming on the scanners. There's nothing jumping up Jumaya. Okay, this could be interesting. What's the catalyst here? My technology shares a trading high after the company announced it would make its last mile logistics capabilities available to UPS. Interesting. Let's see if we can find it. A nice entry point would have been here at 1075. Missed it. 1075. That was the entry point. The high of breaking this high, new high. So look for an entry point. Go. That's the first profit target. And we get out there for the rest. Okay, 125 bucks on that trade. Nice. Quick scalp. Pull back a little bit too far. If it moves back up again, we could be interested. So next candle to make a new high. And if you make $500 a day, $500 a day is a six-figure income. Just so you know. So Jumaya has just announced it's making its services available to the UPS. So that's a good catalyst. The high of this 22. Oh, we got out at 21, so we caught the high there. That's nice. We're risking 10 cents to make 20 on this. So we want it to be 11.40 is the target. $11 is our out. So 11.10 is our out. Oh, so we just gave back the profits. Happens. The low of the previous candle, it just broke that low, so we just got out there. We went in for the break of the high, and then it didn't come through. We got some decent volume coming through, but it didn't follow through. So we got out when it broke the low. So we'll break even on the day, $125 down. That's pretty much where we started the session. What else am I looking at? Oh, Jumaya 11.28 is the high. This is not looking good. That's just done nothing but sell off. Quite a bit of volatility in there. Got this downwards, probably going to break upwards, but needs to get back over the VWAP for me. Puts us back above the VWAP. Hey Prince. Well, we're up and down. We're not making much inroads. We're gaining some. We're losing some. We're not heavily down at the minute. Waiting for this to break 11.30 because the 10-cent is psychological. 28 is the high at the minute. And up there, I want to see it break 30 with volume. Needs to break with volume, otherwise we won't get the continuation. There's not a lot of else moving. I'm not getting huge volume coming through right now. What's the volume on that last candle? 108,000. Okay. That's Clovis. Let's just hit my scanners because it's moving up and it's just broke the $3 level. It's Clovis Health. Look, let's have a look. Clovis Oncology. Let's have a look. Is there a catalyst? Should you hold Clovis and stock them the week ahead and buy a tower? No. Right, so on Friday, Clovis jumped 22% on positive data for Rubraca, whatever that means. But there's a catalyst from Friday. So this is a continuation because it did have a good day on Friday. This is a continuation of Friday. Okay. What's my view on gold? I like it on my watch and jewelry. It's lovely. It's relative. So in terms of, Hutch is asking, what would I consider high volume? It depends. It's all relative. So it depends on what that particular stock trades on a regular day. Because if, for example, you get Bank of America and you're talking, millions of shares traded a minute, but that's what it trades on every day. So whereas Indonesian Energy's only got 2.5 million share float, so it's very small float. Whereas it might trade 20 million shares. So it's got to be relative to what it normally trades. So you're looking at relative high volume as opposed to just high volume. And it's got to be relative until you want the volatility. If you need the volatility, you're looking at it's got to be relative to its float size as well. You're looking at the Dow, US 30. That's a good result, that, LL Cool. 10% on a day is great. If you do 10% every day from here till December, you'll be a multimillionaire, buddy. Beaky, it's currently 14% up. Thing is with Beaky, so it's moving up. It's having a good day today. If I just look at relative volume, so Beaky, $16 at the minute. It's normally trades 17.3 million shares per day or over the last 3 months. That's its average, and it's only 8 million shares today. So it's not yet high, what I would consider high relative volume. It's one of those Chinese stocks that we're a little bit cautious that they might get delisted, but there's been a rule change apparently, so Beaky is trading higher alongside the rest of those Chinese stocks. The SPY's moving up nicely. Look at the SPY. This is the overall market. This is an ETF that tracks the S&P 500, so it's moving up nicely. Green on the day. The Nasdaq's been moving nicely all morning. Nasdaq's over a percentage point up at this moment in time. Oh, we're 125 bucks down on the day so far. Not a big deal. Oh, we just missed the Jumaya breakout. Okay, that's okay. Retest. The high of that is 38, so 1140. Watching that for the bull flag. That's a beautiful little upwards descending pennant breakout there. Should have got in there. If we've been watching that, we should have got in there at 11.15. Increase in volume too. Hindsight is 20/20 vision, as they say. Mm. 38, 39. $50. 1150 we want. Take a little bit of profit on there. It's looking weak. Reduce our exposure. Always add back. See what was resistance and subsequently support. Acted upon again. Next candle. 1140 again. So 40 cents. Well done, LL Cool. No problem at all. As long as you're making profits. I don't trade pairs. I'm not trading Forex. I'm trading stocks, stocks and shares. I'm trading equities. So if you're looking for you need trading. Paper trading is the way you need to go to start off with there, Prince. Practice on a paper trade. Practice in a virtual account first. What you want? See if we can get that $50 this time, 50 cents this time. Get in. Take it off again. We're not getting a lot of move. It's getting rejected at that $half level every time. I'll see it break that $half level. Not a huge volume, but then again, nothing is right now. Except Twitter. Twitter's huge volume. Twitter's just trading sideways right now. At the pop out of the gates, and then it's just pulled all the way back and trading sideways. So we're breaking even at the moment on the day. It's a bit of a strange old day at the moment. Jumia is the stock that we're looking at. As you can probably see, if you can't read that, it's because the price action is getting in the way. It's understandable. We'll a 5-minute candle here, the low of which is 11.23. So that's our stop. But the low of that last 5-minute candle is our stop. Nine, 50. We did get up to 50. 11.50. The $half is really the goal here. Trying to get above that $half level. We're going up for another retest of the $half level. A little bit of a flat top on the 5-minute. Seeing tested this $half level a number of times. I don't see the volume in. I'll just close this for a little bit of profit. All right, can we break it this time? 48, 49. Come on. With volume, not coming in. There's your 50. Where's the volume? There we go. Still no volume. Where's the volume? We didn't get the move we wanted. We did take some profit. We'll get out if it drops below the $half now. This sucks. Let's get out there. Just get out there. We're in profit. We're green on the day. So it's a small green day so far. I'll be back in a couple of seconds. Yeah, I've already told an LLQ. Okay, so we've got up at the top. So that was worth getting out there as well. Okay, what else is moving? Eta. Small again. Have a look at why it's moving. Change to beneficial ownership. Cynthia Williams. Beneficial ownership change. So ownership change. Bells. Not much moving. But 40%. Oh. Have a look for, we could have got in there. 312 would have been a good entry. Now it's gone without us. Need another entry position. Need a pullback. There you go. Waiting for. This 35. Just watching ATER. Be able to see that on the screen. Do I take private lessons? Do I take private? Do you mean do I give private lessons? Yes, I do. Check the link in the link tree. You can buy your own private lessons. There's 17 hours of them right there. So that is $3.33, 33 cents. Now we're looking for the next candle to make a new high. Almost. There we go. That faked me out. Low is 23. High of day is 34. Oh, high of day is 36. $3.40. Break even on the rest. We just take a little bit off, but take some profit. Break even on the rest. Keep going higher, that's fine. 345, take a bit more off. $3.34 is our exit. $3.45, we'll take a bit more off and then ride the rest. We're in, this is ATER, Tarian. There we go. Let's keep it coming. The low of that candle is 37. We can just adjust our stops accordingly. So 37 cents is our stop on this one. We'll just ride this up for the next. Gets to 350, we'll get a $0.50. We'll get some resistance there and probably get a pullback. Okay, they hit 337, so 600 bucks. That's all right. We don't mind that. 650 bucks. That puts us 950 up on the day. 630 is the net profit and loss after all the commissions and stuff. So it's a big commission day in terms of percentage. But when you're trading smaller, that's what happens. So I mean, we're almost $1,000 up on the trade profit and loss on a small account. So we started today with less than $10,000 in the account. So you know, we're trade profit and loss right now. It was 9,725. We started equity. Our trade profit and loss is 950. So another 250 bucks, and we would have done 10% today. So that's a good day. It's a good day. How did you start out trading? Is all this from experience, or you've taken? Yeah, I taught myself. I had to study for it. There's no shortcuts. If I'm being completely honest, there are no shortcuts. The best thing you can do is take a course, learn how to trade, learn how to chart, learn how to spot, you know, support and resistance, and from that point of view, yeah, I mean, it's the only way you can do it. I mean, if you want to cut corners, you'll get the cut corner results. Oh, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I'm still looking for... My good Lord. Let's have a look at this one. 200% up on the day. That's got to be a merger of some description. Yeah, thought so. It's a stock merger or something like that. Share consolidation. America first. Why is it gapped up so much? It's got to be a merger. Yeah, that's a lot of crap. So the high of day is 53. I hope I didn't take 10 then. Push the button twice. I shouldn't have done. There you go. I'll take 5 off because I only wanted 5. This is a good day so far. That was a very poor fill. Thanks, whoever sold me that crap. But we're over $1,000 in trade profits today. $1,000 a day, and that's $250,000 a year. We're back up to where we were in no time. Our entry was 352. That's our exit right now. We'll add more at 375. Next candle to make a new high, we add some more. Or 375, whichever comes first. So 372, where we add. Okay, we get out. So we broke low. So first candle to make a new low. That was our sign to exit. So what did we make? 1450. So we're having a good day. Exactly. Base hits, Alistair. Absolutely 100% base hits. We swung for the trees on Thursday and Friday last week, and when the trees fell, they landed on our bloody head. So what course did I take? I wrote a course, Ronan. But check in my link tree, and what I'll do here, just to show you, is if you go to my link tree, go to my profile, you click on the profile in the chat, you click on the little man there, and it brings you to this. Okay, if you're on YouTube or Twitch, the link is in the description. But what this does, if you click on this link, it brings you through there. You click through anyway, and it brings you to this area. If you click the first one, brings you to this, Day Trade with Tony. This is my course, teaches you all the strategies, the profitable strategies, all the methodologies, all the knowledge that you need to get involved in day trading and learn how to day trade. Here's the syllabus. This is the syllabus. So the first one, the first lesson is it's an hour-long lecture. It's available. It's up on YouTube for free. You can actually watch that now. Risk management is the next piece, which is what I'm actually doing now, is managing my risk. I didn't do that the last 2 days. Stock selection, I've shown you the Benzinga. You can see Benzinga. This is Benzinga down here. This is where I get my stocks from. Then we've got charts, setting up charts, reading charts, understanding triggers and windows, etc. Chart patterns, which is what you're looking for the setups and the entries. The strategies that I use, stock scanning, which is again back to what I use Benzinga. You can use FinViz, Yahoo. You can use TradingView. They are delayed unless you pay for them, and if you're going to pay for them, you may as well pay for Benzinga. Then we'll get a bit more technical. We get sort of the trade management, the psychological element. There's a 90-minute lecture there, plus the exams and stuff afterwards. Level 2 and hotkeys, advanced technical indicators, and an introduction to options trading. But also, if you're going to plan on making a living at trading, you want to treat it as a business. So there's a whole lecture around trading as a business and what to do, complete with trade plans, time frames for profitability, etc., etc. So that's that. And I move that back out of the way. You get back here. Okay. What charts do we use and what platform? So this here is Dash Trader Pro. This is what I'm trading on. Okay. In terms of the charts that I use, I'm using the 1 minute that you can see on TikTok, on YouTube and Twitch. You can see the 1 minute and the 5 minute. I also consult the daily and 60 minutes for key support and resistance levels. ATR, I'll switch this over so you can. Oh, you can't actually see that one, but on the daily, there's resistance with ATR at $4. It's been resistance back in February. It went up towards $4, and it was rejected a couple of times in February. So it's currently trading at 350s. It's going to find it difficult to get over $4. There's actually a resistance level at the $3/4 level, 375. Well, we've seen it already. 370 got rejected at. So $4 is the next resistance level on ATR. So I'm hoping this format is better for you. For those of you on TikTok, let me know if you prefer this format or whether you liked it the way it was last week with the way I used to do it, because I can always go back. But I think you just get a little more information here. You get to see the scanners, you get to see my profit and loss, you get to see the entries and exits. If you're wondering what the entries and exits are, you can see here that we've got the entries are the green, the buy are the green triangles, the sell are the red triangles. So if I short, obviously the sell will come first, but I buy it. That's the green triangle, and the sell is the red triangle. So let me know if this format is better. I thought you might prefer this this format. So let me get the watch list back up for me here. Okay, so what else is moving? Myers back up, retesting highs, 1180. Almost bought that breakout then. Almost. We've got the volume flowing through. I'll leave that. I'm going to watch for the surging ones. Insignia popped up and selling off again. Ouch. Don't know what happened there, but ouch. And I went up to 1440s and then just sold off. I'm glad I wasn't in that one. That's painful. Whoever got caught in that fluff, that is painful. It just goes to show trading is risky, guys. Don't put anything into the markets you cannot afford to lose. Trading is risky. Just need to put my phone on charge before it dies. That's the end of the TikTok screen. My phone died, but we'll keep going. We'll keep going on YouTube. Okay, so we're looking for more entries. Don't mind this pullback. There's the potential bull flag here. 345. When big, the break of 345. Get the volume to come in. This pullback, the next candle to make a new high. I see confirmation with the volume. There we go. 340 is our exit. We've got a very tight loss, very tight risk. 7-cent risk. We're 5,000 shares still. giving this a little bit of wiggle. Our exit, what did we get at last time? 350. So exit 350. 50 cents. We'll get out on the 50 cents. Break of 50 cents. It's 350 on the bid now, 351 on the ask. There we go. We'll get out there. And we just made another. Oh no, we didn't get out. We only took half the position off. That's all right. It's moving up. We'll get out with the rest at 350 if it comes back down. We took half the position off. $347 is our average cost. We don't mind. Let's see this move up now. We get out. Okay. Breaks lows. So that's good for us. 1650. That's the trade profit and loss. 1163 the net profit and loss. So over $1,000. We're in a good place. Yeah, absolutely. How much would that be? 1163. That's it. It's still 12%. 12% gain on a day. I'm happy with that. Still looking for more. The high of this one is 348. So if it goes 349, look to buy it. Jemiah's having a great time. Let's go back to Jemiah. Oh, missed that run. Would have got in here. Got in there. 1170. That would have been a good run. Starter position up there at 1220s. 1,000 shares. Next, a new low. We get it. Low is 1208. Not risking a lot. 12 cents. 13 cents. Get out there. We'll wait for a different entry point. We just wanted to get a bit of a foothold there. So high of this candle is 18. It was quite extended, certainly on the 5 minute. So of 18. High of this is 12, 11. So 12, 12. Twitter's almost, it's over $49 now, is Twitter. We're having a good time on Twitter. In at 12.13s, like I said. Let's see this up at 12.20, retest these highs. The high is 12.22, so don't worry, I'll sort you out. Go and buy you that Chinese medicine later. Oh, 5. We did it. Oh, that's not good. Just wiped out most of my gains on the day. So 7.10. That's our gains on the day. That flush didn't help. There we go. We'll continue continue trading. So now we've got a 5 minute bull flag forming. The high of that is 12.13. should get 5,000. Right, this one is 7. Volume to confirm. No volume. Give them 10 cents. Test these highs. High of day was 22 cents. And break the $0.25, we should be able to get up to 30 cents. Resistance there at 17, it seems. $17, yeah. Just watching this little bull flag on the 5-minute. Potential. There we go. Watch this break now. It'll break that 17 resistance now with a bit of volume because of the 5-minute. And we break the 25 $0.25 level. That's the question. $0.25 resistance, psychological. I'll take a little bit off there. We're getting back over $1,000, so that's all right. It's easy come, easy go. So we're new high of day. There we go. That's what we wanted. We wanted 1230. Keep that going. Let's keep that going. I'm just going to ride this now. Where did I get out last time? 1221. I'll get out. If it breaks below the $0.25, that's when I get out. I want to see this pop up. Let's see. Let's test 1250. Well, I'll get out there. Keep the profit. Just keep locking in profits. Keep locking in profits. 1330 on the day. New high. Next candle to make a new high is 33. Just slow and steady. Slow and steady. $20 level, is it going to break below it? Or is it going to use it as support? That previous resistance level that we broke. There's not a lot moving. I've got to be honest. There's not a lot moving other than what we're actually trading. Have a look at ATA. Let's go back to ATA. No, that's sold off, so that's fine. We made our money on ATA. It's Jemaya that we've got to get more money back. Twitter. Yeah. All-time highs. Well, not all-time highs, but all-time highs are up around kind of $70+, but it's let's have a quick look at what Twitter's all-time highs actually are. Over $80. 80.75. We're having a good day today. 80.75. That's the Twitter's all-time highs. See. $15. Give it 10 cents. $17. So the low of that candle is 2017, 12.17. So that's when we'll get it. It breaks new lows. Breaking it, we're going on to new highs now. So above that one is 24. That one is still 17. Don't mind that. Oh, 28. Five. A little bit early there, but let's see how that goes for. Breaks 45. It's the first candle to make a new high on the 5 minute, so it could be a nice bull flag breakout. Let's see if we don't get felt a little bit exposed, so I just took a 1 cent profit off there. Not getting the volume through that this bull flag. Got an increase in volume, but not enough. I'm just going to get out there. We've got $1,500 on ATAR. I think we'll wait till that gets above. We'll look at Twitter. Let's go back to Jemiah. If it's selling off. What's moving now? Well, I think I'm going to, because I've been, if you're trading small, the fees don't change, as opposed to if you're trading big. So that's a good question, Alistair. So, for example, if I'm getting charged like $3.90 a transaction, if I trade for a $150 win, I'm still getting charged $3.90 for that transaction. I'm actually get charged $7 for that transaction. If I trade for a $50 win, then I'm still getting charged $7 for that transaction, and I'm still getting hit with the ECN charges, etc. So it's a bigger percentage. The fees are no different. If I'm trading 5,000 shares or 2,500 shares, the fees they shouldn't be any different. But if I'm making smaller gains, then it's a bigger percentage of the gains. So you just, with a smaller account, you'll find that your fees and charges are a lot bigger percentage of your smaller account. Just be aware of that. I'm going to end the stream now anyway, so I'll do a recap later, and thanks for joining. I'll see you all later. It's coming up to 4 p.m. This one's wanting to go for her walk, but I've got to go and get her some medicine anyway. So see you all tomorrow. 2 hours before market opens. We'll do it all over again.